Hello and welcome to the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. So a lot of you guys have been watching my channel over at ScykohPlays where I've been doing some Pokemon card openings, and a lot of people have actually wanted me to play the online game. And at the same time, I just finished off Banjo-Kazooie. Sonic Boom doesn't come out till tomorrow, so I have one day open. Might as well play this, right? It makes a lot of sense. So actually I bought a deck, and I'm going to be using that. I'm just going to be using one of the pre-made decks. So let me go and actually redeem the code here. Let's see, I can just enter the code manually. Let me do that real quick. There we are, I have the code entered, and that should give me a deck, the Enchanted Echo deck. So let me claim that now, and I'll show you guys what cards it has. Let's see. To open this deck, go to your collection. Alright, let's go to the collection here. So basically the way this works is you buy the actual deck in real life. I have the actual physical cards of this deck, and inside it has a code that allows me to actually use it in the game. So that's cool. Let's see. How do I open it? Oh, there we go. So these cards have just been added to your collection. Play this deck in the Trainer Challenge to earn trainer tokens. If you defeat 12 trainers, you'll earn a booster pack. Okay. The booster pack just has 10 additional cards in it, I think. Let's just hit OK here. So here's all my new cards. I got 3 Bellsprout, 2 Clefairies, 4 Eevees. As you saw, Sylveon's on the picture. No surprise that we have a bunch of Eevees here. We have a Noibat, 2 of them, 2 Shelmets, 2 Shroomish, 2 Slackoth, a Tornadus, looks like 2 Excelgor, 1 Leafeon, 2 Sylveons, 2 Clefables, 2 Vigoroth, 2 Weepinbell, 1 Victory Bell, and then a bunch of these trainer items, supporter cards, all kinds of useful things. Some energy cards and all that. So if you don't know that much about the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, or the Pokemon Trading Card Game in general, I'm kind of there with you, so I am going to be walking you guys through it as I go, just giving you the little bit of information I do happen to have, so you should be able to follow along even if you've never played this before. Also, I can do this to make the cards big and all that. But I'm just going to get right into a match here, guys, using this pre-made deck. There is a setting online that lets you play against other people also using pre-made decks. So I won't just be completely outmatched here. I think I go to Versus. Let's see. I guess I have to let it load real quick. There we go. I don't know why, but it froze at 0% on that loading bar, and I had to restart the game. But it looks like it's fine now, so I'm going to go with a random battle here. What I'm going to do today is I'll do 2 random battles and then 1 friend battle. So I think that'll be a good set of matches for the video. Alright guys, so let me give you the lowdown on what's going on right now. So I was in the middle of a match. It was going pretty good. It was a good close match, and I felt like the commentary was great and everything, but then I got interrupted, and in this game, if you're idle for more than like 30 seconds, you just automatically lose the match. So that sucks. But I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and fight against my friend because, I don't know, I don't feel like going through another match right now with the randoms. So maybe I'll do another video sometime and do that. But for now, let's go ahead and fight this guy. So this is someone I know from Twitter. He's actually given me some info on the game, which has been really nice. And let's see. I received a theme deck challenge. So let's go ahead and choose my deck here, Enchanted Echo. Let's see. I don't know why it's showing me all this. This is the one I want to use, yes. Can I? Oh, that's just so you can look at the deck. Well, this is the deck I'm going to be using, of course, but let's see. Let's close out of here, pick it. There we go, that's what I meant to do. So let's accept his challenge. I think this will be more interesting for you guys to play against someone I actually know. Oh, and he's using the Xerneas deck. I had you guys vote on me using the Sylveon or the Xerneas deck, and you guys voted on Sylveon on Twitter. And it looks like this guy is going to use the other deck, so I'm going to go first here. So it's going to be an interesting match. The 2 decks that I have going to be facing off against each other. He's probably more experienced at the game here than I am, but while I don't know that much, I will try to fill you guys in on the game as we go, just in case, because I feel like a lot of you probably have never played this. So the way we start here, guys, is we have to choose a basic Pokemon. This is an unevolved Pokemon, and we're going to set them out on our active position. Think of this like in the game when you have to send out a Pokemon. That's what our starting Pokemon is going to be here. I will choose Eevee. And now we have our Pokemon reserve that we're going to build up. And I'll go ahead and put down a Slackoth. Now, just like the game, we can have 5 cards on the reserve here. And now we have a bunch of different cards with a bunch of different effects. First off is an item card right here. But this one will do is let me flip a coin. If heads, I can draw 3 cards. Unfortunately, I got a tails there, so not going to be able to do too much with that. Now, I can also use Eevee. They have an ability where if I play an energy on them, I can search my deck for their evolution. However, you can see right here I have a Leafeon already, and I only have 1 Leafeon in this deck. I will still attach this to them, but I'm just not going to be able to find anything here, as you can see. So next turn, I will try to evolve them into Leafeon. So let me end my turn. And let's let them go. They're going to start off with the Xerneas here. If they use their Geomancy ability, they get to choose 2 of the bench Pokemon, and they can search their deck for some energy cards, so that's going to be crazy hard to deal with. So they are going with it. They also have a great ball look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Excuse me. And they can reveal a Pokemon they find there. I kind of missed what they just showed, but he's going to go with Geomancy, so he gets to search for some energy. I'm thinking he's only going to get the 1. Yep. So now what I'm going to do, let's see what this is. I can search my deck for 2 basic energy cards. I could search for a fairy energy and attach it onto my Eevee, so I could use a whatchamacallit? The Sylveon, but I'm just going to go ahead and use Leafeon here. Now, he only has 1 energy on his Xerneas right now, so there's no risk of him using his big attack. He does have an attack that will one-shot my guy, Rainbow Spear, but it's going to take him 2 more turns to get that on there, so I think I should be fine. So I think what I'm going to do is drop a Leaf Energy on here, and I'm also going to just leave my... I'm going to leave my hand for now. I can use my Professor's Letter next turn if I decide that's a good idea. So I'll use this attack right here. It will do 30 damage, and it'll put them to sleep, which is very nice. Now, the downside is I won't be able to kill them for quite some time, but as long as they stay asleep, we should be fine. Okay, we're good. Now, I might have wanted to go with Sylveon instead, because then I could use a move called Echoed Voice, which will do 50, and then the second turn it does 100, which is pretty cool. But I don't know what the right play there was. Like I said, guys, I am new to the game, and he is going to stay asleep, which is awesome. So I don't even have to worry about that right now. I do have a Vigoroth here if I want to put that on my Slakoth, but I don't think I do. What I am going to do is go with a Professor's Letter, and I'll go ahead and draw a couple of Fairy Energies. And I think I'll drop one of those on my Leafeon, because you can see these different attacks have different energy costs. You can see this one costs 1 grass energy, this one costs 1 grass, and 2 colorless. The colorless ones, the white ones, those could be filled by any energy. We can only attach 1 energy per turn, but since I've now attached 3, I can now use the Magical Leaf attack. So let's attack with Magical Leaf. If heads, it'll do 80 damage, which it does get. Nice. So that's going to put him up to, let's see, 30 plus 80, 110 damage total. And he now wakes up, though, so he's going to be able to attack again. Now, the downside for him is that he's only got 1 energy, so he can't use his big attack to kill me. But he is evolving his guy into a Scolipede. That might be something scary here. Oh, man. But we'll see what he does here. So he's probably going to use his Geomancy ability on Xerneas again, but that will let me take him down. Now, every time you kill one of your opponent's Pokemon, you get to draw one of these prize cards over here. And if you draw all 6 of them, then you win. So that is your goal, is to defeat 6 Pokemon. There are some special cards called Pokemon EX, which are super powerful, and if you defeat them, you get 2 prize cards, but these starting decks don't have any of those EX cards. So let's see, I think I want to evolve my Vigoroth here. Don't show that again. So that's going to make him a bit more powerful here. Let's see, how much HP does he have? Just 90, but that'll be fine for now. I'll put a energy on him, and I think I'm going to attack with... Actually, it doesn't matter which attack I use. Either way, I will defeat them. So let's go ahead and use Magical Leaf. We got a heads. 80 damage. That'll take him down. So goodbye, Xerneas. So that is like the main card of his deck. He's going to have a Scolipede coming up. Or is it Scolipede? Yeah, it's Scolipede. So that might be scary. Let's see. He's going to have 150 HP on this guy. And he can do 70 damage to me, plus it'll poison me, which means every turn I'll take 10 damage. He just played a Professor Sycamore, which means he discards his hand and draws 7 new cards. Now, he's only got 3 energy, so he can't use his big attack quite yet, but he can still do this one. So he could do up to 60 damage if he gets 2 heads with that. So let's see what happens. He's got a second Xerneas. I do happen to know his deck has 2 Xerneas cards. So he does 40 damage and just 40 damage. Okay. The downside here is that next turn he's probably going to kill me. So let's see what we can do here. I could play down a Shroomish. So now what's going to happen here... I could use that. Let's see. So what will happen here is that Magical Leaf, if I get heads, will heal me for 30. But I'll still have 10 damage on me. Then he'll use Poison Ring for 70. And because I'm poisoned, I'll take 10 damage in between turns, meaning I will die immediately. However, if I do get heads on Magical Leaf, then this might be a good option right here. Reckless Charge. So I think what I am going to do is attach an energy to my Vigoroth, and then I will simply attack with Magical Leaf. Hopefully get heads. Come on! Dang it, dude. Now I am in a very bad spot. I might have just lost this game, actually. I don't think I have any way to actually deal with this Scolipede. Man. I would say the one issue I have with this pre-made deck that I have is that there's not a lot of cards that draw. So a lot of the times I sit here with a bad hand and there's nothing I can really do. So you can see he will take me down there. I know, stop giving me tips. There's an actual option in the menu to turn tips off. I have it checked. I say don't give me tips and it still does. But there we go, my Leafeon is defeated. I don't know if this deck has a slacking. Man, I really needed the heads on that Magical Leaf, because then Reckless Charge would have defeated his Scolipede. But now I have no idea how I'm going to deal with this. So let me go ahead and play the Roller Skates. If heads, I draw 3 cards. Of course I get tails. One of my only cards that I have in my entire deck to draw cards. I always get tails on that. I got to play down the Shroomish here, because if he defeats my Vigoroth, then... if he defeats all of your active Pokemon, you lose automatically. I don't have enough cards to use Reckless Charge, so I just have to hit him for 20. So I guess it would not have mattered if I got the heads on Leafeon anyways, because I don't even have the energy to use my good attack. So now he's going to go for 70, he's going to poison me, and I'll just die shortly after. So this game is pretty much over at this point, I would say. Yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of tails when I needed to get heads. Kind of the unfortunate thing about the Pokemon card game is there is a lot of coin flips. They always seem to screw you over, but... I probably made some mistakes along the way as well, so I can't blame just the luck. Let's see. We do draw a Sylveon with no EVs to do with that. I guess I'll go ahead and take one of these energies and switch it over to my Shroomish. That's what that card does, energy switch. It allows me to move one energy card from one of my Pokemon to one of the others. And because Vigoroth's about to die, might as well move it over to Shroomish. Now again, I don't know if this deck has a Breloom either, but there is my Vigoroth dead. I'm going to send out my Shroomish, and he'll kill it this turn, so I just lost the game, guys. Well, crud. That's not a good way to end the first episode of me playing this game online, but there you go, guys. I got wrecked. If you guys want me to do more Pokemon card game online videos, let me know. If I do put more, it'll probably be over on ScykohCrud instead of ScykohPlays. And tomorrow I'll be starting Sonic Boom, guys, so thank you very much for watching, and I guess I will see you tomorrow. Take care.